Hope you've had an outstanding day. For those of you that are watching anywhere else in the world, I hope that you're having an outstanding day. Nice to see you when you start appearing. Do comment, do like if you're happy to, and subscribe and share. Really be sort of helping out. We've got Neil Packer from Haunted Antiques, and I must say hello to Kerry. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having an outstanding one so far. And Neil Packer, you've probably seen him. Well, you would have seen him actually on this Past Life Regression channel twice, because he was a guest on Chit Chat Tuesday, and I linked up with Exploring the Afterlife and my channel. Neil, you're at Haunted Antiques Research Centre. Which room are you in at the moment? And I'm going to play a clip very soon from a previous live that I did actually this day last week, with Kate Hairgirl-Ray, who was at Parameet. And those of you already seen on the channel, we had a wonderful chat about Parameet. Hello, Patricia. Hope you're doing good. So I'll play that shortly. But if you were going to get an EVP, if anything would kind of make itself known whilst we're doing this stream at the moment, what do you reckon that could be, and which room are you in at the moment?
Room, which is basically the biggest room of the centre. It's got this lovely rocking chair that I'm sitting in, so it's really comfy. But this for an old lady in spirit. So, and I just thought it'd be interesting to see if the centre would react to this as well. So,
excellent. Now I am aware I am just getting little bits of cutouts, but I think once Neil is in his flow, the sound is coming through okay. And if we don't hear you, I'll just be asking for
okay.
that again. So I'm going to actually play, I think, as people are joining in at the moment, what happened with Kate. I think, it's just said, Kerry here, I think Neil's signal isn't great. It's okay. We had a bit of technical difficulty at the beginning, but if it becomes unwatchable, we'll chat for a while and see how things are. So I'm going to play the clip from last week with Kate Hairgirl-Ray. You know Kate well, and just get what people's opinions are. Now I have put what I think is on here at the moment of EVP. It tends to be what the most people think this voice actually says, and I think it's relevant to what Kate says afterwards. But we'll just see. I'll play that clip from last week. So here we go.
I now do definitely feel very old, and very content with life. I tell you, the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one was, I feel like my cheeks have been blessed with the burn of life. I tell you, the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one. I tell you, the phrase that's come to me that's an odd.
So yeah, really interesting there. What did you make of it when you first heard it, Neil?
It was brilliant. It's not something that I expect you to hear. I expect to get an EVP during the Past Life Regression. Very clear, I agree. Very clear. And great. And that head to contact you, Paul, and suggest you doing Past Life Regression Centre.
Well, it was something that I've wanted to do for a while anyway, so I'm glad that you reached out to me. Just checking, everybody, if you can, and I will play the clip one more time for those that might have missed it first time round. But I've just altered Neil's volume, just put it a bit higher. Just wanted to see if we're about the same sort of volume or whether I need to adjust it anymore, because unfortunately you can adjust it, but you can't actually hear what the mix is like the other side, because but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to play it one more time, and then we'll have a little bit more of a quick chat about the centre, and then we'll talk about when you've done a regression or something at the centre before. Okay?
I now do definitely feel very old, and very content with life. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one was I feel like my cheeks have been blessed with the burn of life. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd.
Wonderful stuff. So it'd be really cool to know what you did last time. Was it at the centre when you did some regression before?
No, it was this down home actually, like this at the centre before. So I don't think anyone has done past life regression at the centre. It's the first time.
Brilliant. So I think that's coming out a bit better. Just want to see everybody if you can just make a comment. How is my sound coming out as well? I want to make sure it's quite balanced before we get into it. Before I start, has there been any activity at the centre? Well, there's always activity, but I should rephrase that and say, what is the most recent activity you've had in the centre so far?
Well, we had a team in Saturday night, a mix of everything. They had footsteps, shadows, people being affected, opening on their own. Actually, I came in yesterday, and as I walked past, the door opened on its own, which is a bit freaky, I must admit, when I'm on my own in the building. We just get any sort of activity. And of course, we did a live feed last night, so it could be anyone here.
Yeah, that's good. So fingers crossed. It'd be really brilliant if we could get two lots of activity coming through, and it'd be interesting to be aware what's happening at the moment in the centre, and after you come out of the hypnosis, maybe we can get both of you on and see if anything actually happened whilst you're there. If that's okay.
Yeah, because Jane's sitting behind the camera.
Yeah, you're okay with that, Jane?
Yeah, because I'm in the centre, I didn't know what would the spirits would think I'm a bit vulnerable, being hypnotised, and no, so Jane's offered to come up, and she's just sitting here, being looking after me as she always does.
I'll also add some things in as well to really help you. So I must say hello to artist Lana. Must say hello to Liz, Moira, Jude. Thank you all for watching. So with that, and if anybody wants me to play the clip after everything has happened again, I can certainly do that for you. But are you happy to start, Neil?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
As you've had it done before, you know pretty much what to expect. I usually just say to some people are more visual, so they'll be getting visions of the regression. Some people are more kinesthetic, so that they will be getting the feelings of what's happening during the regression. Some people are more auditory, so they might be hearing. Some people get all of it. For most people, you're aware that you're aware that you're sitting in the chair. Very, very occasionally, like 1 in 1,000, but they do happen. It is quite real to them. But I have no control over you. Hypnosis, self-hypnosis, will be helping you guide yourself into hypnosis. And for any reason you want to open your eyes, you can just simply open your eyes. Also, as well, for any reason the internet go down on either of our sides, you'll become aware after a while and bring yourself out of it, but you've got Jane next to you, so you've got somebody that can bring you out anyway yourself. So you're happy to continue and go ahead with it now?
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, so look at a nice rocky comfortable chair. So lovely. If you close your eyes for me now. And I'd like you now, with your eyes now closed, to just imagine your eyes closing again. And as you pay attention to where you feel the most relaxation in your body, I want you to spread that out like ripples in a pond. I'd like you to pretend and imagine that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. just pretending and imagining that your eyes are locked, glued, closed. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to try and open your eyes. And when I ask you to try and
Gone. I'll just carry on.
I now do definitely feel very old, and very content with life. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one was, I feel like...
Right, Neil, let's go for this again.
Okay.
That was all planned. That was all absolutely planned, just to add a bit of drama. Sorry about that. That is totally my fault. It wasn't plugged in and the battery just died on me. So I do apologise, everybody. Are we still here? Yes, we are. Good. Let's... You'd like to close your eyes now again, please. And as I also relax myself down, again, with that imagination and relaxation, just allow your eyes to remain locked, glued, closed now. That's right. And as before, you were pretending they were locked, glued, closed, and you held on to that imagination. I want you to imagine your eyelids closing again. And in a moment, I'm going to get you to really open your eyes. In the moment when I get you to really open your eyes, in the moment then I'm going to get you to close your eyes and you double the relaxation you now feel. So just open your eyes now and close your eyes and double the relaxation, double the relaxation. Next thing you do is just allow your eyes to keep soft focus. So just open your eyes now and close your eyes and double the relaxation. One more time now, just open your eyes and close your eyes and double the relaxation. And now you can allow yourself to drift and float deeper relaxed. Deeper and deeper relaxed now. Everything is slowing down now. Slowing down now. Slowing down. That's right. Drifting deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed now. And allow yourself to drift and float as you may well wish to imagine your very own place, your very own relaxing place of your choosing, which can be a real place or an imaginary place, or a combination of both. It's up to you. But here you're free to relax deeply and enjoy that as I'm now quiet. And now you've relaxed the body. It's now time to relax the mind. And as your mind relaxes, that's right, your body relaxes. And as your body relaxes, your mind continues to drift and float. Deeper relax now. Deeper relax. And as you relax there, listening to my words, you can be aware of the other past lives you've connected to. You can be aware of all the most extraordinary things you've experienced in your centre and other places. That's right, you can ask yourself and tell yourself that you're happy to relax deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed now. Feeling so very sleepy, so very relaxed now as your mind relaxes deeper and deeper and deeper sleep, knowing you're safe, knowing you're relaxing, allowing yourself now to drift down, 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 deeper and deeper, that's right. Floating, drifting, sinking, unwinding, letting go now. That's right, down, down, down now, that's right. And to help with the deepening process as your mind relaxes now, want you to be aware of what it looks like just outside your Antiques Research Centre now. In this year, 2022, seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, feeling what you feel looking at your own body, out your own eyes, your own feelings. And now, in a calm, relaxed way, to stay in this nice, deeper relaxation now, just describe to me out loud what it looks like just outside your haunted antiques research centre.
At night time, I can see. It's exciting because we just took it over.
Very good. And it's nighttime. Just describe to me what else you're aware of as you look around.
The cars going down the road. And people.
Very good. And now what I'd like you to do is now imagine yourself floating up higher and higher. Safely higher and higher now. So you're looking down on your centre, like a bird's eye view. And let me know what it looks like from up here as you look down on your centre. Say that again, please.
It's the excitement of taking the building over. Building.
Good. And allow yourself to feel that excitement now. As you now allow yourself to float back down to the ground. And as you float back down to the ground, you relax deeper and deeper and more deeply relax now. That's right, down. And just let me know when you're back down where you started from, on the ground.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Very good. And now what I'd like you to do is in a moment to be aware of a corridor. And in this corridor there are doors leading off to either side. And each of these doors leading off to either side will be to an experience back in time, back to before you were born, way back to a life you've lived before this one. But for now, next count of 3, if you're not there already, I want you to go to that corridor that your subconscious mind creates for you. 1, 2, 3. That corridor your subconscious mind creates for you. And describe this corridor that you're in right now.
Landing, leading to the back, to the attic at the centre. But it doors.
So it's like a landing.
Yeah.
And there's the doors there. How many doors are you aware of now?
5.
5. And one of those doors, or many of those doors, leads to an experience back in time, back to a life you've lived before this one. Just want you to now be aware of those doors and at an intuitive level for what you want to experience now, that life you've lived before this one. Is there a door you're most drawn to go through and experience? Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Just allow yourself to walk down to that door, and as you walk down to that door, you relax deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed. And just let me know when you're just outside that door.
Yeah.
Very good. In a moment, the door will open to your past life, way, way back in time, that life you've lived before this one. On the count of 3, it'll be open. You'll be pleased and delighted with either you can see, sense, or feel. All right, now, get ready to open the door to your past life on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Door opens to your past life now. And just describe to me what you can sense or see through that door.
It's dark. Lanterns on the side.
Very good. Just allow yourself to... Good. Just allow yourself to walk into that area now with the dark and the lanterns. And the door closes behind you. And just let me know what else you're aware of now as you are aware of the lanterns. Just describe to me what else you're aware of.
Men running about in their helmets, just like the mine.
So there's men running about in helmets. What I'd like you to do now is just to have that awareness of your arms and your legs, so you can describe to me how you're dressed right now. So just describe to me how you're dressed.
I've got a helmet on as well, just a dirty white top with scruffy braces on.
So you've got a helmet, a dirty top and braces on, is that what you said?
And yeah, with ripped trousers.
Ripped trousers, very good. And how old are you now? How old are you?
35.
35, very good. And now the name of what they call you comes to you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. They call you
Bill.
Bill. Very good, Bill. Now, Bill, what I want you to do now is to let me know where in the world you are now. Where in the world are you?
I think I'm in England.
England. Very good. And is there an area in England where you feel you are now, Bill?
Midlands.
In the Midlands. That's good. Now on the next count of 3, if it hasn't already come to you, the year, what year it is. 1, 2, 3. What year is it?
80.
Can you say one more time, please, Bill?
1875.
1875. Very good. And what are you doing here at the moment? What's happening right now, Bill?
Just a lot of panic. The men panicking for some reason.
Okay.
About.
On the next count of 3, it'll become clearer to you the understanding of why people are panicking now. 1, 2, 3. Tell me what's going on now. And again, please, Bill. Sorry, Bill, can you say that one more time?
Part of the mine has collapsed.
Okay. So the part of the mine has collapsed. I'm sorry to hear that. Just now on the count of 3. Can you tell me the name of the mine of what this is? 1, 2, 3.
Badsley.
Badsley Mine. Thank you, Bill. And how long ago did this collapse? Is it recent, or how long ago did it collapse?
Now.
Okay.
Now.
Do you know what caused this collapse?
No.
Again, please, Bill.
Beam gave way.
So a wooden beam gave way. I'm sorry to hear that. Now, Bill, in a moment we'll also ask you some other questions, but just allow yourself now to move an hour or two further ahead in time. 1, 2, 3. An hour or two ahead. Let me know what's happening now, Bill.
Back out on the surface.
Okay.
Lots of people.
So there's lots of people. How are they looking?
Panicking.
Panicking. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Just want to know, Bill, if there is a family name, your surname. Just let me know what that is now, Bill. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And again, please, Bill.
Shepherd.
Shepherd. Okay. I have a feeling it could be Shepherd. Staying with this lifetime now. Again, you've seen people that are outside and they're panicking, as you told me. Just allow yourself now to move again a few hours forward. That happens now, Bill. Staying with this lifetime a few hours forward and let me know what that is.
Yeah, the panic's over. No one's died. So the panic is over. And it's all these and family of the miners have come now, and they're all in tears but everyone's out.
Now, I did hear, Bill, you said about died. Did you say nobody's died or someone has died?
No one died.
That's good.
They
is. Please carry on, Bill.
thought someone got him out.
I'm really glad to hear that. Now, Bill, on the next count of 3, we're just staying with this lifetime, staying around this age now where you are. I want you to go where you rest your head, where you call home. Allow that to happen on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Tell me about your home life and where you sleep at night, Bill.
It's a small miner's house, which is just one room downstairs and one room in bath.
And is there anyone else that lives with you in this house, Bill?
My wife.
Good. Describe your wife to me, please, Bill.
She got long blonde hair, but she has it tied in a bun. And she just looks after me all the time.
That's nice. And what's her name?
Emily.
That's a nice name. Very good. And now, just want to know, staying with this lifetime, I want you to go to the time when you very first met Emily, so you can tell me how that meeting happened, Bill. That happens Now, tell me about your first meeting with Emily.
Children. Good. Child love. Always going to be together.
That sounds nice. Can you just repeat that one more time, please, Bill?
We knew each other children. We used to play. We were always going to be together.
That's nice. And how old were you when you first met her, Bill?
9 or 10. 9.
9 or 9. That's nice. Now, Bill, staying with this lifetime, let's go back to you being at the age of 9, just so that you can tell me a little bit about your childhood. Allow yourself to go back in time, staying with this lifetime now, Bill, to being at the age of 9. 1, 2, 3. 9 years old now, Bill, and tell me about that.
It was hard. My dad was down the pit a lot. He was always down the pit. Like all the time in the street.
And now just tell me about your dad, your father. How did he look? Describe him to me now, please.
He was a horrible man. The leather strap. He used to hit me, hit my mum.
Sorry to hear that, Bill. And what was his name? I think I heard what you said, but can you say it one more time to me, Bill, please?
George.
George. Very good. Staying with this lifetime now, Bill. You said that unfortunately your mother was hit, but it'd be nice to see and allow you to explain what your mother looks like and what her name is. So let's just tell her her name and also how she looks. That comes to you now.
She was just mother. Always just mother. She did the best. She was hard life though. And she was just haggard.
And tell me about, she had a hard life. Tell me how she spent most of her days. What did she spend most of her days doing?
Cleaning.
Cleaning. Okay. And describe the place where you're living now, at this age of 9 now, Bill. Describe the place where you're living now.
Same house. When my there.
I heard same house. Can you say that again, please, Bill?
When my parents died, I stayed there. It became my house.
Okay. Let's see now, Bill, if you get a place name, a road name of where this house is now. Allow it to come to you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's something close. It's something close.
Allow yourself to just be outside your house. Tell me you're just outside your house so you can describe the area and how that looks. That happens now. Describe that to me, please.
It's cobble streets, row houses. They're all miners' houses. With chimneys.
Very good. Now, Bill, I want you to go to your very first day of working in the pit. That happens on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Very first day of working in the pit.
Didn't want to go.
Describe that to me.
Didn't want to go. Horrible to stay at home. But I was forced to go. Long hours. Damn. Horrible.
And how old were you when you first started?
12.
12. Okay, Bill. Now, Bill, staying with this lifetime, we'll move further forward in time again. Further forward, you being at the age of 20. That happens now, 20 years old, Bill, and I'd like to know about your 20th year.
Married.
Married. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I'm going to now just go to the wedding day. 1, 2, 3. The wedding day now, Bill. And describe that to me.
It was happy, but no one approved. It was just us.
How comes nobody approved, Bill?
Young.
You were young, is that?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got married then, Bill?
20.
20. Okay. Now, staying with this lifetime, the place where you actually got married at, so you can see it and experience it now, Bill. That happy day. 1, 2, 3. Tell me about that. What does it look like?
Little church. Not near me. Not near my. Don't know. Apple type thing.
Can you just say that last part again, please, Bill?
Just a little chapel.
That's nice. And is there a name of the chapel that comes to you now? Is there a name of the chapel?
No, it's just said something. No.
That's okay. Very good. Now, around this time, hopefully you had some happy memories, and hopefully the wedding day was a happy memory, but just want you to go to a happy memory that you had, Bill. 1, 2, 3. Happy memory. If you can tell me about that now, please, Bill.
Just bit in days that we went to the fields. We used to sit in the field.
Lovely. I'd like to know a bit more about these fields. Tell me about that, please, Bill.
There was no one there. We just sat in the fields under the tree. We sat there all day.
Sounds wonderful. I didn't quite catch it, Bill. Can you tell me who you were out in the fields with? Please tell me who you were out in the fields with.
Emily.
Emily. Very good. Now, staying with this lifetime, Bill, would move further forward again. Further forward to you being at the age of 40. There you are. I'd like to know about your 40s, please.
I'm just dying.
Sorry to hear that.
Stayed in bed all the time.
What's the matter with you?
Breathe.
How long have you been ill for?
Long time, years.
Sorry to hear that. Tell me about home life at the moment.
My wife is doing everything. She was having to look after me.
Sorry to hear that. On the next count of 3, it'll be your very last 10 seconds in this lifetime. Allow yourself to go to that now. 1, 2, 3. It's your very last 10 seconds in this lifetime. How old are you? And what are you aware of now?
41.
41. Okay.
I'm just aware of my wife crying because she knows I've not got. She's going to miss me.
If I can get you at this place to review this life experience, what lessons or understanding do you have from that life experience now?
Just because your father hits you and is horrible, be nice, kind.
Well, if you want to take that with you through into other lifetimes, you can certainly take that through to other lifetimes. On the next count of 3, I'm going to count backwards slowly from 10 to 0, and 0 will be your moment of passing. And you can just let me know and interrupt if you see, sense or experience anything in your final 10 seconds. All right now. 1, 2, 3, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. You've just passed over now. Now in this space of just passing over, let me know what you're aware of now.
Just aware of not wanting to go. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay there with her.
Sorry to hear that.
But someone was calling me.
Describe who was calling you, Bill.
Lady. Mom.
How was it? You said it, so it's your mum was calling you.
No,
How
not
was
my mum.
Not your mum, okay. You aware of who it was?
Grandmother.
Grandmother.
Told me I've got to go. But I didn't want to go.
How was it like to be reunited with your grandmother?
That was nice, but I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave my wife.
How has your grandmother appeared to you? Describe how she looks.
Just kind. White light. And she says, holding her hands out.
No. Staying with this life between lives. Just allowing yourself to stay there in this life between lives. Is there anything else, any understanding, any knowledge from this space that you're in now?
Just saying learn.
Okay. You told me... Sorry, carry on.
Always learn.
And the knowledge you've got from that learning, you can take it forward with you in other lives.
Yeah.
Either physically or emotionally. Emotionally maybe being from the experience you had with your father, losing people, or your health. Do you feel you need any healing for this past life experience? I think I heard what you said, but I just want you to say that again to me, please, just to make sure.
I said, no, I'm okay.
Okay. On the next count of 3, be back in that corridor where you started from. And the doors to your past life will be closed now, but can be reopened at any other point you wish to. All right, now you'll be back in that corridor. 1, 2, 3. Back in that corridor now. And the doors are closed. Just let me know that you are in that corridor, that attic space in where you were when you started from.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I'm there.
In a moment, I'm going to awaken you from this nice, deep, relaxed state. I'm going to count up from 1 to 3. And you remember everything in this session with crystal clear clarity. You'll be reinforcing every single positive thought you have ever had about yourself. All right, now. 1. Becoming aware of your hands and your body resting comfortably right now. 2 small movements in your body, signaling that it'll be soon time to awaken. On 3, eyes open, alert, refreshed, and ready for the rest of the night. How are you feeling there, Neil? People saying that was very emotional.
Yeah, I feel good. It's strange.
Yeah. So how was it compared to your other lives? It was a slightly sort of shorter one because you passed away just after 40. Actually, the age I am now, so it seems like no time at all.
No, it's a lot younger than I am now. It was interesting. I got a lot of feelings. My head was all tingly. I don't know if anyone was around me. Tingly. No. But it was
Yeah, that's something people can get hold of, and maybe at some point it'd be nice to. I mean, it won't be until next year, and I have to sort out a load of other things. But maybe at some point it actually can come to the centre, because it was just cutting in and out a little bit. So that's why I had to ask you quite a few times. Can you repeat that, please? But it was enjoyed anyway. Does anybody have any questions for Neil right now? Please ask them. Also, as well, if Jane wants to, I know there's only one chair, so it might be a little awkward for Jane at the moment, but if she wants to join in and say hello at all.
Let's say hello. Yes.
I'll just bring the chair over.
She's going to bring the chair over.
All right, brilliant. Be interesting to look back over the footage, and it did cut out a bit, so you never know. We may have got some ghost paranormal voices, but it's sort of cut out for a moment. So fascinating history. Well done, Neil, and great work, Paul. Thank you.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello, Jane. How are you?
Oh, good.
I missed some of it, but did Bill and Emily have any children? I didn't seem like it. It didn't come up for it at all, and I'm sure that probably the children would have been around you when you were ill, and that never seemed to come up at all.
No, it was a good experience.
Good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So we got Good, thank you. So we got here, Neil. Don't you feel so brilliant afterwards? You don't feel, Neil. Don't you feel so brilliant after? Uh, don't you feel so brilliant after? How are you feeling anyway? I'll make sure, even after the live, that you're totally okay after.
I feel perfectly fine. Quite an experience actually, because you don't know. It was interesting. The corridor was the same as the landing. That was interesting.
Yeah.
So as I was going into there, I must admit, because but it was I'd recommend it to anybody.
Oh, thank you. Excellent. I've got a question
Yeah.
from Patricia, and I'll ask Jane if anything was picked up whilst this was happening or anything at all. But Patricia asked, what did it feel like to be down in the mine?
Horrible. It was when I went first, very dimly lit and quite scary. I don't like enclosed spaces. Perhaps that's why.
Okay.
If I don't go down mines very often, but if I did, I didn't like them, and and it was all the panic that was going on, shouting. I just sort of stood there thinking,
Yeah. Well, I was glad nobody died from that anyway. Sammy says it was brilliant. Thank you, Sammy. So, Jane, did you pick up anything, or did anything seem to happen around Neil or anything whilst this was happening?
Solely around Neil, because it felt like they were all standing back, sort of really giving. I did see one of the he comes in through the back wall. He used to belong to the theatre, quite a few buildings up, and he did come in, and then he turned around and went back again.
Okay.
And also there was children sort of sitting at the back of the room just watching.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So I will listen back as well, because you never know, I may have got something as well. It's always interesting to look back, and I'll also look back on some of the other ones as well. Is Neil claustrophobic? Would you say that you are?
Going down. I don't like caves and mines. I'm not really claustrophobic, small spaces, but I just don't like. I don't like the dark. I'm at all. That scares me. Yeah. At home, Julie, my wife, Julie, pitch black, and that scares me. Isn't she, Julie?
Yeah. Well, I'm interested because I know that you must. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, it's just that I am scared of the dark, which is a bit weird.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Let me know how it is after this, because I mean, sometimes when I do healing work, that can help with any fear. But one lady that I had in a regression, she was on the Titanic, and some people say, "Oh, Titanic is such a famous story," but I can count on one hand like people who've been involved in something really quite majorly big like that. But she used to be fearful of going under the water, and she hated getting the water on the shower. But even though there was no healing done in that, straight up, not long after the regression, she was suddenly lost the fear of the water. So it'd be interesting to see how you're on the dark. So please refer.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let's see what Patricia says again. So thank you, Patricia. Do you think your dislike of closed spaces and the dark come from that lifetime? Hi, Kathy.
Quite possibly. I don't know. I don't know where. You know, before you do past life regression, you always think about what sort of life you could have had in the past, something exciting. I never. But then my granddad was down the pit, so say Baddesley.
Mm-hmm.
then
Yes, you do.
that's not too far from where we are. So I
Okay.
do know Basley do have pits, or
Mm.
did have pits.
Yeah. But I've actually noticed on a lot of the regressions I've done is that you get people, and sometimes I take a lot of the cases from India. The reincarnation will just be in a neighbouring village, so it seems to be people don't travel sometimes too far. Anyway, let's see what Chris says here. This might sound odd, but being agoraphobic can make you claustrophobic. Oh right, okay. I didn't know that. But being agoraphobic. Yeah. So thank you. Please have your questions coming in for Neil, and also Jane if you want to ask her any questions. Did you? You might want me to play it again. I think people may want me to play it again, but from the EVP, the live EVP heard from Kate, Hairgirl, Ray. Be interesting to see if that's okay, and if I can ask if I replay it again, what your take on it is, and who might be trying to come through at that moment, if that's okay, Jane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll play it again so you get to hear. I have put tell her down. Most people think it says tell her, but then there are people that think other things as well. So just play it through now for everybody.
My cheeks have been blessed with the burn of life.
It's not actually
I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one.
Sorry.
I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one.
Oh dear, I didn't realise it wasn't coming through for you. So what happens when I press that? Is it just not coming through at all?
Still picture.
Oh, is it? Let me know how that is for everybody else.
That's just because we're on stream, perhaps.
Maybe, and it could be because it's with a mobile phone, it kind of shows. Did you hear any voice or anything as well?
No, didn't hear any voices.
Ah, okay. Oops, that's going to... So what might be good then is if I... are we friends on Facebook, Jane? I'm not sure.
I thought we were. Let
me try and look you up. I was just thinking, if I play it through... Do you have your mobile phone on you, Jane?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jane could watch it on her phone, couldn't she? And I think a lot of people heard it live on the stream, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I'm trying to remember how you spell your Jane. Is it the usual way of Jane?
Just plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
No wise.
See, I'll just refer to you as Jane. Oops. You all right if I get your surname on here just to check it? Sorry, Jane, because I've always just known you as Jane.
Rowley. Rowley.
Sorry, Jane.
Rowley. Rowley.
Rowley. Ah, yes. Okay. Got you here. Yes, that's it. Your happy smiling face. So I'll send through the link now. So just bear with me. Sorry about this, everybody. Do chat among yourselves. But it was really interesting. And I find that with most people, that most past lives are kind of quite mundane. And people used to have like a family home where people tend to move about a bit more. At one point, it would be like a family home where they kind of would sort of mill about. So let me see if I can share this now. Oh, get shareable link copied. Hopefully, I got. Right, here we go.
It's amazing what you do.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's amazing what you can do with text. She's got it.
Yeah, excellent. So yes. So yeah, it came through as a video with sound. Kerry said, so thank you for that. So it'll be interesting to hear what you think after.
She's listening.
I tell you the phrase
Oh,
that
yes,
that's one was, I feel like my cheeks have been life.
Yes, I could hear that.
I
It
mean,
did sound
from a
like
spiritual. Yeah, did you pick anything up with who or what it could be? If that's okay, you know, me throwing this on you right at this very moment, Jane.
I mean, it would be. I would probably need to do a bit more sort of work interest and see whether it's actually somebody in the room or whether it's just or somebody attached to Kate.
Yeah.
Or you know where that was coming from. So yeah, I'd like to know, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, I know
have to
that
get
Kate
back.
said. Yeah, if that's okay, I don't want to put extra work on you or anything like that. I
No,
know that I will play it again, Jane. This Jane Gillimore asked me to play it again, so I will do for you now in a second. But I know that Kate has been getting a lot of paranormal experience in her home recently. So let me just play it one more time for everybody. So apologise, you're going to get the still picture again, but people will hear it. So this is for you, Jane Gillimore.
I now do definitely feel very old, and very content with life. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one was, I feel like my cheeks have been blessed with the burn of life. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd one. I tell you the phrase that's come to me that's an odd.
So there we go, Jane. I hope that was good. So yes, Chris, it was like an EVP, but we heard it. I didn't hear it, but the viewers that were watching heard it at the time, and someone got to me and said, you know, there's I think they heard a voice. They went back to play it afterwards. And who's this? Jackie says, "Oh my God, definitely tell her." Thank you, Jackie. And Jane said, "Heard it." Well, as you've been so kind to be on tonight and have this experience, I thought it'd be ideal now if you were happy to say about the Haunted Antiques Centre for those that haven't seen in the other two videos, how they can come, the opening times, the rooms that you have, and everything, please.
I do have a bit of a question as well.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, do you want to ask yours first, or do you want to ask your question? It's up to you.
You do know.
So with Neil's past life that he's, and when he said he sort of acknowledges where it is, and his granddad was there before. Was he?
No, my dad.
Could it be? I mean, have you had any experiences, Lee, being one of their own distant relatives?
I haven't, but there is, from Dr. Ian Stevenson's work, the idea that it could be, or at least maybe sometimes, genetic memory. So in hypnosis, you're getting a genetic memory come through. But was your dad's name Bill by any chance? And it was a different surname anyway, so I shouldn't think that... No, so yeah, different surname. So it's possible.
But even
it could be some form of channeling.
You could still possibly paternal side.
Yeah,
could you?
It could be. It'd be interesting to see, because it was...
That you could also have the same soul as you reincarnated. Could you also say be in your own family, but say from 4, 5, 6 generations ago? Could you be your own great granddad?
It's a possibility. I also know that there was a story, because I'm very much interested in children with spontaneous past lives, and that some children, they will talk about when they were younger, and says, I remember one little boy said something after being spanked. You know, he said to his mum, you know, when you were the child, I never spanked you. And it ended up being that he was either the granddad or the dad or something like that. So it can kind of go through that, and you do hear soul groups coming through together as well. So yeah, it's possible. I think that it's when you're dealing with the wonderful paranormal world, is to keep asking questions. And also as well, I don't always think that one size fits all. I think sometimes maybe people are tapping into genetic memories, other times people are picking up on a genuine past life, other times they might be doing some sort of picking up something in the ether. So I think all sorts of different things can happen, and for people who are more skeptical, there's also skeptical interpretations as well. So I think the best thing to do is just to keep exploring, and enjoy how fascinating the whole subject is.
Isn't it? Yeah. That's what we do. Yeah. Okay, about the centre. The centre is in Hinckley, Leicestershire. It's home to the general public, but we have paranormal teams in most Fridays and Saturday nights. Lots of live feeds from the centre, and it's a building of potentially haunted objects. We do believe the buildings, and we got the different rooms are. We've got the seance parlour, we've got the war room, we've got this doll room where we are now, and we've got lots of dolls and lots of clowns, and then we've got the occult area, and we've got the attic.
Sounds good. And if people want to come along and experience your escape room, can you say a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, we've also recently August an escape room, which takes part in the attic and the occult. It's a good fun. It's a spooky escape room, obviously, because there are haunted objects in that area. Solve a series of clues. The Grandmaster, who's the sort of the game with you, so you can ask him. If you ask him nicely, he will give you extra clues. I got rub his back up. Yeah, let him. He won't give you extra clues.
Okay.
But it's good for for contestants anyway.
Brilliant. I've had a question here about and I'll ask about other events coming up, because you've got the wonderful Parameet 2023 and other events and places you go to. So I'll ask about that in a second. I've just got a quick question from Patricia. Hello, Chris. Did I say hello to you, Chris, as well? Can lives overlap? I've certainly had it during regression. Which is an interesting one. So is that because lives can overlap? Is it because they're tapping into something else? Like some sort of channeling going on. I do like Ian Stevenson's work. I think when the children come through, I don't know. I'll have to double check. I don't know if Ian Stevenson or Dr. Jim Tucker actually had a experience of overlives lapping. But they tended to see the average time from death to reincarnation was 18 months. And I don't want anybody to panic thinking, no, is that only I've got that long to be with the loved ones in the spirit life, because that was like the average. It's a little bit like saying, what's the average wage of the person in the UK? It's going to be a mixture of different things, and somewhere in the middle isn't going to be what somebody on the lower end or higher end of the scale is going to get. So it's like that with regression as well, but they put it into about 18 months. But yeah, it's a question of how it all works. And also as well, people say that time isn't so linear. A lot of scientists even say, or scientific theorists say that that time isn't just the straight constant line that we all think. It's all going differently. And also as well, how the perception of time, because like a fly will see time very, very slowly, and they only live a very short amount of time. So yeah, it's all interesting stuff. Brilliant. So what's this, Chris? I'm a huge Alien What fan. Alan Watt. Oh gosh, sorry, Alien Watt. Alan Watt. Excellent. So yes, do you want to say about some events you got coming up, and do mention the Parameet 2023 as well, please?
Yeah, well, we do our own at the centre where you can investigate with our team of hosts, which are always very popular. We do different live feeds, and of course this year we did a meet where Paul was one of the guest speakers. Bigger with the Parameet, it's next September, and Paul is very kindly agreed to be and that your talk was fascinating, Paul. I think you hypnotised most of the audience.
Yes, it was really nice to see everybody kind of just sort of out in the chair, and out for a good way. Not that they were bored to tears with what I was saying. So it was good, and it was nice to hear people's stories afterwards. And I always enjoy doing a group progression, and I was delighted. And thank you for asking me back, along with all the other wonderful speakers that are coming back. And I think there's some new ones, 'cause it's going to be a longer period next Parameet, isn't it? A longer time.
Yeah, it's the whole weekend, so it's Saturday and Sunday. We got a fantastic build next year. It's the Browns Over Hall Hotel in Rugby. We've got it for the whole weekend. Speakers on the Saturday and the Sunday. We've got stalls. We've got paranormal investigations going on. We've got workshops going on. We've got fantastic guest speakers, paranormal experiments going on. There's all sorts. The general consensus from this year's was it was such a fun day this year. It was such a fun, welcoming. If you walk through the corridor, everyone was shaking hands or hugging, and that's important to us. It's not going to be lynching. They've got their own place in the paranormal fun. It's getting to know different people, and that's the main aim. Is interest in the paranormal, and you can have conversations with agree with your opinion. You can still have a chat with them and still be mates afterwards with the Parameet. Discuss things, because we have some people don't agree with our ideas, but we can still be mates over it.
Exactly, and I think that's what it was. What was so good about it is that there was no "I'm right and you're wrong." It was just a really. I was struck how friendly the whole atmosphere most definitely was. I'll ask you in a second about your website and different social media. Just got the Jane said here, how many lives do we have? I have one so far. Well, it'd be interesting to explore that, Jane, at some point if you wanted to. But I tend to find that there's different ideas in different religions. But from my own research, it just seems to be when the spirit feels like it's time to come back, they'll come back. And that's what it... Through my own research, asking the questions for people, some people say you do so many times and that's it. Or some, like I think it's Buddhists, think you reincarnate until you get a certain amount of knowledge and you've reached like the higher consciousness, the highest plane. You're not conscious, a higher plane to get to after you've learned so many lessons and you've learnt your lessons through life. But that's what has happened when I've asked people. But that's why I like keep exploring and not reaching a conclusion yet at all. From your own spiritual understandings, is there anything you wanted to add to that at all, either of you?
Not me. The paranormal field is so fantastic thing, and I agree with you, Paul. You just got to get in. Unfortunately, at some areas of the paranormal side, it tends to be very blinkered. People so-called experts say, or the celebrities, don't question it. We're fortunate. Well, we are fortunate to have the centre that we everything. So I think that's important. Just keep questioning me, and we don't know the answers, do we?
No.
I mean, I do believe, we have all been here for a long time. Our souls are create energy or destroy it, and I do that we've been here for a long, long time, and even in the book of Enoch, I think he talks about like a holding for all the souls waiting to go into bodies. So it's a
yeah, it is really interesting. And funny enough, sometimes I do lives, particularly if it's a very short life, like one lady, basically, her very first memory was running out of the house straight into a river where she drowned. So you've got to, that's not funny, but I'm just thinking you have to then go to another life from that. So it depends of what you get from the life, how long it lasts. And a lot of people that do two lives in one, they sort of say that it's like they're jumping through a funnel and not everybody does that, but quite a lot of people have come up with that. So it's like you're almost jumping through a funnel. And funny enough, a couple of children have said similar things like jumping through a hole and then I was here. So that's, I find totally fascinating. So your website and all your details on social media, please.
Yeah, our website will be .haunted-research-centre.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram, all that sort of rubbish. I don't like Facebook. It does my head in. Well, that all our lives from now on are going to go straight onto the YouTube channel, which it's on iOS and Android. So you can just type in and download the app. That gives you direct access to. So it's a bit quicker than clicking on Facebook and scrolling down. You can go straight to the video and all sorts. So we are going to be using the app especially next year as we do more things. I know we're coming up to 5 years in February, but there's still so much more that Jane and I 5 years ago that we wanted to do, but with COVID, COVID sort of took away. So there's so much more that we want to do, and so much more that we want to question. So watch this space. That's all I can say.
Excellent. That's all really exciting stuff. Anything else you want to say before we end the stream tonight?
No, I just want to say thanks, Paul, for giving the opportunity. It was fascinating, and I know I'm going to go home and talk to Julie and dissect everything. And obviously, I'm going to look at the books as well.
Yeah.
To see if that would be interesting.
Absolutely. Elaine has just said hi. Really sorry, Elaine, we're actually going to be finishing the live stream very soon, but thank you for coming on and saying hi. It will be available to catch up on after. And yeah, hopefully at some point, because I'm really busy at the moment and it's difficult to fit a lot of things in, but it'd be really amazing if you were happy for me to actually come to the centre and do one there. And with the microphone that I've got and the camera, it could get really good quality audio recording of the sound around. So it'd be interesting to see what gets picked up. It'd be brilliant. Excellent. Thank you so much, Neil. Thank you so much, Jane. I have a outstanding one over. Will you actually stay on 5 minutes afterwards just to have a bit of a chat after? Lovely. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.